Okay, I'm back. I'm here to do a fragrance review. Thank you very much to all the people in my comment section that are so encouraging about my fragrance reviews. Um, in case you've never seen one of these before, I'm not an expert in anything. I just love designer fragrances, and so this is me showing up to kind of share my dopamine dump with you. Today we're gonna smell a very sexy fragrance. It's called Prada L'Homme. It's so good. It's actually a very sexy fragrance, and I bought it for myself as a birthday gift back in July. I had my 37th birthday. He's getting old. He's not getting that old. Relax. Um, so I bought myself this fragrance, and every time I wear it, I get great responses, especially in like a romantic context. Um, really good reviews there. Prada L'Homme. We're gonna give it the spray. Pew! Look at this sprayer. Can you tell? It's actually a pretty good sprayer. Boom. Oh God! Now this whole room is just gonna reek of this. God damn it! I regret nothing. I mean, spoilers for this little episode. I fucking love this fragrance. Um, Powdery, kind of an iris forward kind of smell. And if you know iris very well, I think it sort of smells like sweet, kind of creamy kind of a smell. So there's a lot going on here. And actually let me go just through the notes for you, because I could just suck this fucking fragrance's dick all day. But instead, I'm gonna sort of try and talk about it a little bit clinically first. So the top notes in this are like cardamom and I think there's a little bit of black pepper, although it's sort of a little bit in the background. And then there's another kind of sweet, spicy, creamy note that I think is coming from the carrot seeds. I had carrots in my garden last year, and I let them go to flower. And I didn't even know they could. But we were curious around here, so we let them go. And the blossoms smelled really, really amazing. And I called a perfumer friend of mine, and I was going to try and make a carrot-based fragrance. Because it's actually, like, you think of like the smell of carrots, that's great. Maybe like carrots are a little bit sweet, you know, or even like earthy. Carrot blossom and apparently carrot seed carry this kind of like a little bit spicy, a little bit creamy kind of a thing. Really fucking delightful. And then mid notes are like iris and violet and geranium. A lot of flowers there. You know, although I wouldn't call it a particularly floral fragrance. I would say it's powdery, it's maybe woodsy because of some of these base notes we're about to talk about. Maybe like warm, spicy, aromatic. Those are some of the words that I think people use to define this. So like, it seems like most men's fragrances have some element of patchouli, and I get a lot of the amber, I get a lot of the iris, I get a lot of the carrot, I think, carrot seed, maybe some of the violet. I have another violet-centered fragrance that we might check out at some point. But it's the cedar and the sandalwood are somewhat prevalent in this. It's way more powdery and iris centered than wood centered, but there's a lot going on. God damn it, I haven't just sat around and sniffed pretty stuff in a long time, I guess. You know, like I've got that ADD that everybody seems to be into now. But I had it back in the fucking 80s and 90s when it was uncool. So like a lot of the things I'm attracted to or the things that drive me are like things that give me dumps of dopamine, right? And boy, this stuff really does it for me. It smells a little bit different maybe once it dries down here like this. Maybe like that powdery sweetness kind of dies down and that iris kind of comes forward. I wouldn't say it's a particularly floral fragrance. There's a lot of flowers in here, but the woods, the carrot, the cardamom, even the amber is a little bit more prominent than like some of these other flowers. Like I think it says that it has geranium in it, but I don't necessarily pick that up at all. I don't know. I'm not even sure I really know what I'm looking for when it comes to geranium. I'm not a goddamn expert. So, as far as the scent is concerned, it's one of the best that I've ever owned. As far as the longevity is concerned, it lasts a long fuck time. You're talking about like at least 6 hours. And especially if you put it on kind of liberally, and it's hard to fuck up with this. Now, this is a rare note. You could put on a pretty good amount of this fragrance and do very well, and people aren't going to be pissed. I went to my great aunt's 100th birthday party, and I was fucking drenched in this stuff, and I didn't get any complaints. Isn't that amazing? With all those old folks and stuff, and still no complaints. Everybody was like, "Oh my god," did anybody even compliment it? My mother did. My mother complimented it. That's a pretty good review, man. If a 100-year-old lady and my mother and these, people that I see romantically, if they all agree, it's hard to get a better review than that. So I really want to put this into perspective. As far as versatility is concerned, you probably could wear it all year long. It's got enough like warmth to it, I think, to probably wear in the winter, but like I'm wearing it in summer and it's just killing and I'm just fucking loving it. And I'm not sure if you're supposed to fucking wear it and when you're supposed to wear it. I haven't looked up that stuff. But to me, it's like, it's a clean enough smell and it's powdery enough. And it's the sweetness is a controllable kind of sweetness. It's not, I don't know. Sometimes like a fragrance can be so spicy or so sweet that you really don't want to be wearing it in the summertime. But this is just that perfect middle ground in that way. As far as price value is concerned, I think I paid like $70 for it, something like that, and worth it. Oh God, is it worth it? I might have paid $100 for it. Why don't I remember that? Probably I've blocked it out. Probably I've blocked out spending that kind of money on something like this. Yeah, fair enough. Trauma response. Mm-hmm. It's such a good fucking smell. Overall, nothing can be a perfect 10, right? Nothing can be a perfect 10. So like, what do I wish this had in it that it doesn't? I honestly can't think of anything that would be maybe like a little bit of oh God, I don't know. I release it. Boy, it's so fucking great. I recommend this. I think any gender can wear this. I don't think it's just for men, even though of course it's called Prada L'Homme. I think it is definitely a more masculine side kind of fragrance. It's not immediately feminine when I sniff it, but there's a beauty component here that just sort of overwhelms that kind of categorization. And so yeah, I think no matter who you are or whatever, how you identify, this is a pretty good guess. Where do you wear it? I would say like probably not the office. You could probably wear it in the office. It's basically like a soapy, clean, almost kind of fragrance. You probably could wear it in the office. It's nobody's going to get offended, but I think it's almost a little sexy for the office. For the office, we can recommend other things. Acqua di Gio Profumo would be perfect for the office, or Acqua di Gio Profundo would also be a good choice for the office, in my opinion. But this stuff is just a little bit too fuckable. That's been the reviews in my world. Very fuckable fragrance. So, overall score, I think we're looking at a 9 out of 10. Let's call it 9.5, because I want to give it a 10, but I don't think I could ever give anything a 10. You know what I mean? I don't think I could ever be like, well, this is as good as fragrances get. This is the ideal fragrance for the world, or whatever. Everyone that ever smells this will like it. It's like automatic pheromones. No, I don't know. 9 at least. I'm going to say 9.5. Let's be fucking generous. If we're going to come back and do fragrance reviews, let's throw some points around. You know what I mean? Let's fucking spend some points. So this is probably the highest review I've ever given. 9.5 out of 10, of course. Prada L'Homme. Pick it up. It's completely recommended. And if you don't like it, that's fucking fine too. And also, you definitely don't have to like contact me about it or let me know that you had a different opinion. I genuinely don't care. But I do like to share. And god damn it, I can't stop sniffing it. Fuck. I can't stop sniffing it. It's so good. Prada L'Homme 9.5. There you go. There's a review. Thank you very much for watching. You guys are all so wonderful. Thanks for encouraging me to come back and do some more stuff for you. I will bother you so soon, you know, because these just aren't that hard to make, these videos. And I need to get back to it because it's fun. And oh, man, I've been so busy lately. I did so much painting and filmmaking stuff, and I put out an album in the last year, so I just haven't really gotten around to this. I just came back from a trip to the desert to try and film an erotic film out on the salt flats in Utah. That didn't go great. Turns out there's a lot of wind that sweeps across that dusty old place. And one thing you don't want in an erotic film is dusty wind. You end up making, and we didn't, but we saw in our future that if we tried to shoot in that atmosphere, we would be making one of perhaps the worst versions of mud. So we didn't end up doing that. But I've been very distracted with my other art. AndyEppler.com for that. Or patreon.com/AndoTheArtist. All that can be found on my website. If you want to see the stuff I'm doing, or if you'd like to see the stuff that like I'm not showing to the general public, that's my Patreon. So I would hope that you would maybe want to see that. If you do, come visit me over there, and I will try and entertain you with secret things. Pick up a bottle of this shit, and I'll see you again soon.